Coming up on OU Nightly, college students are swimming in debt. Sexual assaults on college campuses reach epidemic levels, and we'll show you the plight of the honeybee. OU Nightly starts now. Having a college education is a valuable commodity, but at what cost?
OU Nightly talked to a student who has taken out loans, as well as the Vice President of Financial Services, and found out that college students are finding themselves in crippling debt after taking out loans to pay for their degrees.
Student loans are an important part of what many students need in order to get through higher education. We have about 50% of students who are graduating who have taken out loans. We really want them to take out fewer and fewer loans.
Being an out-of-state student, the pricing is expensive. I mean, I feel like they could make ways to make it easier for students to find ways of payment.
But we do have a class called the 9 Things Every Student Needs to Know About Money. We always encourage students not to borrow if it's for a lifestyle type thing. I mean, I can afford a more expensive apartment and the pool looks better, so, you know, I'm willing to borrow. We hope that that kind of situation doesn't occur much. It's to supplement what's needed to pay for tuition and fees.
You can find out more payment plans for student loans at nslds.ed.gov.
Making a college decision can be one of the hardest choices a student can make, but now there is a way for students to figure out these questions. The College Scoreboard is an online database that allows families to compare the programs and services that universities offer. OU Senior Vice President and Provost Kyle Harper explains the benefits that this website can have for potential college students and the benefits that they are receiving during and after college.
It's an effort by the federal government to create a system of information that's digestible and accessible for a public, especially for students and their families who are making decisions about whether and where to go to college, that helps them make informed decisions about the costs and realistically some of the benefits of pursuing higher degrees.
Now, OU is currently ranked 3rd among the universities in the Oklahoma based on graduation rates and salary earnings that alumni make. For more information on the College Scoreboard, you can visit www.collegescoreboard.gov.
Community leaders, state officials, and resilience professionals will have the opportunity to attend an inaugural Resilience Institute in Oklahoma City. The institute, launched by the University of Oklahoma, will have courses focused on community disaster resilience, recovery leadership, and risk management. Those who complete the courses will earn professional development certifications and continuing education credits. The Institute will take place from October 18th to the 22nd at the Sheraton Hotel in Oklahoma City.
And after the SAE video scandal earlier this year, some university organizations are working on putting it behind them. The Black Student Association has a new president who hopes to do just that. Naomi Kaedra assumed the role of the president and says it's more important to learn from the incident and to educate others on the topic.
It was a great learning experience for us, and we are moving forward and kind of being intentional on how we address things, whether it be microaggressions, whether it be talking to people within our own community and kind of educating. We like to call it calling in and not calling out.
To learn more about the Black Student Association or to be part of the organization, you can speak with an executive staff member or join BSA listeners by sending an email to oubsa@ou.edu.
And OU Nightly's Nola Allinger joins us. Sexual assaults on college campuses are continuing to increase. Nola?
That's right, Tyler. Women on U.S. college campuses are under siege. More than 20% of undergraduate females say they have been sexually assaulted since entering school just this past year. Interviewers from the Association of American Universities talked to 150,000 students at 27 schools It's one of the largest studies of college sexual violence ever. On average, more than 23%, or about 1 in 5 women interviewed, report being assaulted. The leading Muslim civil liberties group is calling for Republican Ben Carson to leave the presidential race. This plea comes after Carson said on NBC's Meet the Press last night that he, quote, would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation, unquote. Carson's campaign manager has stated that his comments have not hurt him in the polls. And Pope Francis celebrated Mass in Cuba this morning as part of his whirlwind tour of the U.S. and Cuba. He will be flying to Washington, D.C. on Tuesday afternoon and will be in the U.S. through Sunday. The Pope will be stopping in Washington, D.C., New York City, and Philadelphia. That's what's happening around the world. Now back to you at the OU Nightly News Desk.
Thanks, Nola. And same things seem to be heating up for the Pope, but they're also heating up for the weather.
That's definitely right, Ashley. It's getting a little warm outside. I noticed that on my way in here. Joe Puma, what do you have for us?
Yeah, guys, it's feeling a lot different than what we had earlier this weekend. Well, we had that rain showers yesterday. Really felt nice, feeling like fall out there. Well, today we're seeing those temperatures really starting to rise back into the 90s and 80s out there. 82 right now in Norman, 88 in Woodward. But as we take a look at your evening planner, though, we're going to see 75 degrees at 8 p.m., 74 by 9 p.m., and 73 by 10 p.m. But the thing to remember here, again, is going to be the humidity in the air. It's really going to be a muggy night tonight, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the next several nights here for the work week. So coming up, I'll be talking about the first day of fall coming up here later this week, heat and humidity, and a look at your work week forecast. All that and more coming up in the full forecast.
And still ahead on OU Nightly, 2014 was the hottest year on record, but that is likely going to change.
Plus, a look at how vital honeybees are to our livelihood. Straight ahead on OU Nightly. After months of investigation, a Norman softball coach is facing charges for child pornography. Officers searched Mark Lee Simpson's Norman residence after being linked to Google, where the porn was uploaded. In the search of Simpson's home, detectives found 3 thumb drives, and Simpson admitted that they would find the pornography on each of those drives.
And Jennifer Sellers joins us now with our Earth Report. Jennifer, so Northeast Oklahoma's scenic rivers are getting some help?
That's right, Ashley. An Oklahoma group is providing the public with the test kits to look at the health of local streams. The Blue Thumb hosted events this weekend in Tahlequah, teaching volunteers how to test chemical levels in the water. The group aims to educate people about pollutants and water conservation. And this has been a warm September so far here in Oklahoma, and that's a trend happening worldwide. A new report says that 2015 is 97% likely to be the hottest year on record. 2014 currently holds that top spot. Scientists say climate change is the reason for the rise in temps. And Pope Francis arrives in the U.S. on Tuesday, and he is taking a stand against global warming. The Pope has said he believes humans are to blame for the climate change. He is the first Pope to make the health of the planet a major focus. His statements on the issue could affect Sunday sermons around the world. And what some may think is just a summertime pest is actually a vital part of our ecosystem. But honeybees could soon be a thing of the past. I sat down with a local beekeeper to find out more. As you approach the hive, you know what you're getting into, the swarm. But those hives are dwindling. Since the 1940s, the bee population has gone from 6 million to just 2.5 million, and no one knows exactly why.
This is most, if not all, the bees are gone. There may be a little handful of bees left. There's plenty of honey in the hive. There's plenty of pollen in the hive. The bees are just gone.
Honeybees help pollinate more than $20 billion worth of crops each year. From apples to avocados, blueberries, and almonds, bees are the tiny helpers putting food on our tables. Many things could be causing the decline.
Nutrition of the bees. It may be a virus. It may be mites. It may be some kind of a pesticide.
With no solution in sight, the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture is setting up a program aimed to combat this issue. The proposed program focuses on increasing communication between farmers and beekeepers and planning events for Pollinator Week next summer.
Education also seems to be of interest, not just education with pesticides, but education on the pests of bees.
And you can help this problem in your own backyard by planting a few bee-friendly bushes and flowers. This will give the bees a good source of nutrition, even in urban areas. Next month, the Department of Agriculture will put together a committee responsible for expanding the plan. They hope that with the help of Oklahomans, the state can do its part in saving what's left of the hardworking honeybee. Jennifer Sellers, OU Nightly. To find out more about the pollinator program, visit oda.state.ok.us. So even though those honeybees can be annoying, those stings hurt, they are really important for getting those healthy fruits and vegetables on our tables.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you for that story, Jennifer.
And vaccinating our children has been a major issue lately. A bill requiring school children to vaccinate is being rejected by State Senator Rob Standridge. Standridge states he does not believe that the states should have the power to determine whether children who attend school should be forced to vaccinate. This decision is being termed as the State Bill 830. And still ahead on OU Nightly, birthday traditions are hanging by a wire these days.
And Joe Puma is standing by with our weather.
Yeah, guys, that's right. If you take a look at our live shot out there, you can see those beautiful sunny skies. High pressure has its hold on us, and that's going to be the story as we go through the rest of this work week. I'll look at your full forecast when we return. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Well, we are going to see a relatively calm weather pattern setting up here. We have high pressure over the area, and that's really going to bring in that moisture again. But we are looking at some rain chances. But as we take a look at the upper air weather pattern, that's where we can really see this zonal weather pattern. Overall, not a whole lot happening out there. There's a minor trough out here across the eastern portion of the United States, but that's not really going to impact us. As we take a look at the surface analysis this morning, or this afternoon, we can see the area of high pressure out here across the Colorado and Utah border right there, and that's going to have its impact on us because it's going to bring all that moisture from the south and keep our skies clear. And we have another one here. So again, you can see we have a low pressure system here that's going to bring the hot and humid conditions in here and give us sunny conditions. As we head towards the later part of the work week, though, on Thursday, we're going to see a dry line set up for your Thursday time frame. That could bring a few light showers in here for your Thursday time frame, but overall not too bad as we go through the rest of your work week. As we take a look, though, at your overnight lows for tonight, we're going to see them in the 60s out there. 68 in Oklahoma City and Norman, 68 in Ardmore, but overall, again, a nice night out there for your Monday night. But as we take a look for your tomorrow time frame, again, there's, I said, the humidity. This is tomorrow at 2 p.m., so this is almost the hottest part of the day, and we're seeing humidity values near 70% out there. So again, definitely a very humid air mass coming here. Definitely want to be drinking lots of water, staying hydrated as we go into this very hot period here. Unfortunately, we're above average, especially going into the first part of fall here. As you take a look, though, at your Tuesday time frame, looking at temperatures in the 90s, 90 degrees in Oklahoma City, 89 in Norman. But overall, again, another hot, humid day in store for your Tuesday time frame. But for your 7-day forecast, we are looking at temperatures in the 89 for your Tuesday, 90 degrees though for your Wednesday time frame, and then temperatures will keep on get back into the middle 80s range there, and that's really going to feel nice. But again, there's that chance for showers and storms on that Wednesday to Thursday time frame. So yeah,
we're looking forward to that, Joe. But the State Fair was this last weekend. I really thought about going on Sunday. Really thought about it, but I was like, all that rain.
They say, every time the State Fair comes to town, it means rain for Oklahoma on opening weekend. So that certainly proved true this weekend.
And hopefully, we have a bye week this week with football. Hopefully, going to go to the State Fair this weekend. Maybe grab a corn dog, go ride a couple of rides. But the humidity is going to probably kill me.
It's going to kill my hair for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But the food will be great, so that's really all I'm looking forward to.
State Fair food is the best
It's the best.
food. It's the best.
Fried food, everything fried.
But it's
great.
Yeah, absolutely the best. And now Hunter McKee is here with a look at what's coming up in sports. Hunter?
After his last performance over the weekend, has Baker Mayfield an impression on you? It sure did. It was a Heisman-like performance by OU quarterback Baker Mayfield, a record-setting day against Tulsa. Hear from the star QB himself. Sports is straight ahead. Welcome back. The Oklahoma football team took down the Tulsa Golden Hurricane 52-38 on Saturday, led by Big 12 co-offensive player of the week, Baker Mayfield. The two teams combined for over 1,300 yards of total offense and 90 points. And by the way, this game was the Baker Mayfield show for the Sooners. Here, Baker has plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, and scrambles for 39 yards for the first touchdown for the Sooners. And then on the next play, here, Baker has plenty of time again. He steps up in the pocket and finds a wide open Mark Andrews, the tight end, for a 61-yard touchdown. That's the first touchdown for the redshirt freshman tight end's score of his career. And Mayfield again feels pressure from his left side, somehow escapes and finds Mark Andrews again for the 17-yard score. A Johnny Manziel-like play for Baker Mayfield. It was a big day for the tight end himself, too, who's seen limited action up until this game.
It's big. For him to get out in the home crowd and get his first couple catches and touchdowns, that's huge for a young guy like that to get the experience under his belt and know that he can have the confidence now to go on the road and play big teams and do that as well.
And this is a shocking scenario that occurred on Saturday. Baylor Bears passing game coordinator Jeff Lebby was caught on the sidelines during the Sooners game on Saturday. According to Baylor head coach Art Briles, Lebby was just in Oklahoma attending a wedding. No one quite knows the reasoning for him being at the game, and it's unclear what or if any penalty Lebby will face.
I didn't find that out until after the game, but that seems to be that's a pretty fundamental rule. That's not allowed. So I don't know what he was doing here.
And there will be plenty of football for Sooner Sports Pad crew to talk about tonight. One of the show's hosts, Haley Huey, joins us now for a preview. Haley?
Thanks, Hunter. Tonight is our Fall 15 season debut with Sports Pad. We're on Fox Sports Oklahoma and Fox College Sports Channel live at 7:30. Sooner star linebacker Eric Stryker joins us live in the studio to talk football, and we'll get up close and personal with OU national champ wrestler Cody Brewer, plus the Pride of Oklahoma will be with us. So be sure to join me, Mason Prince, Ashley Davis, and the band tonight. Hunter, back to you for the rest of sports news.
Thanks, Haley. The Dallas Cowboys faced off against another rival this week, playing the Eagles in Philadelphia. There was good news and bad news for the Cowboys. We'll start off with the good news. Is right here. The Eagles' punt was blocked, scooped up, and watch the punter get nailed here. Bam! And they go up 13-0. Then the Eagles looking to get back in the game. Sam Bradford drops back, throws it over the middle, but it's intercepted by linebacker Sean Lee, which did not help the Eagles' chances at all. Then, right here, Brandon Whedon throws it to Terrence Williams over the middle in the slant pattern for the clincher. Cowboys win 20-10. And now the bad news in the third quarter. Tony Romo gets sacked right here and lands awkwardly on his left side. It's a fractured left clavicle that will not need surgery, but he will be out for at least 8 weeks. And our play of the weekend goes out to Cam Newton, who flips over Texans safety Raheem Moore. Newton almost lands the flip, but barely gets tripped up by defensive tackle Jared Crick. I tell you, he is an athletic quarterback, isn't he?
Always has been, really. Ever since his days at Auburn, he's kind of scrambling around. Had that Johnny football Manziel-esque to him. He was really a scrambling quarterback, but he comes into the NFL, very powerful presence. That flip right there, I flipped out.
Well, the thing about it, you have to be really brave in order to jump over someone, too, as many times as Cam Newton has.
Yeah, he's done that quite a bit.
I've done gymnastics. I don't think I could even do that.
Well, thank you, Hunter. And still to come on OU Nightly, we'll have another look at that 5-day forecast.
I'm Nola Allinger at the OU Nightly Update Desk. A Cleveland County judge scheduled a trial for October 26th to determine if Alton Nolan is competent to stand trial. Nolan is charged with the bizarre beheading of his co-worker last year and more. And in Tulsa, one lady was arrested twice in one morning. She was first arrested for driving a stolen vehicle when she climbed into the front seat and drove off in the patrol car. That's it for now. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Nola. Eating cake may be a little too dull of a birthday tradition for one woman. To celebrate her 94th birthday, one Topeka, Kansas resident decided to cross an item off her bucket list. Being cheered on by her family, Eleanor Parnell made the big jump and went ziplining. Since her 80th birthday, Parnell has also rode in a hot air balloon and raced down the track in a drag race car going 120 miles an hour.
Honestly, that looks pretty fun. I would probably do that.
I've gone ziplining once, and I have to say it was awesome. It was spectacular. I loved it.
I've thought about it. I just never really did it. So, Joe,
so
what about you?
the weather this week is looking like it's going to really warm up here as we take a look at the temperature, looking at the 90s, 80s, looking great.
Thank you for watching OU Nightly.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.